Here we come to save the day.
So two dudes, everybody.
Yeah, I watched Man on the Moon recently, so that's why I said that.
I like that movie.
It was weird. Andy Kaufman was weird, man.
Yeah. What?
Nothing. I'm sorry. I thought I heard something.
Oh.
The beers are getting to me already.
So, everybody, welcome to the Two Dudes. My name is Chris.
My name is Nathan.
Yeah, nice while your mouth is full of cigarette ash and shit.
Smoke asshole. You're an asshole.
I get it.
But
So, this is episode 13?
I don't know.
Yeah, right now we don't know. Because it's been a while since we've done this.
It's been a while.
Yeah, because of school. It's hard to do this shit while at college.
You've been at school. I've been working a lot lately.
Yeah.
So we've this is the first time we've gotten together in a while. It feels like to do a Two Dudes,
and we're gonna kind of wing it tonight.
Yeah.
So
I know you have one topic that you'd like to talk about.
It's not necessarily a topic as much as a story, and I don't know what to think about it. So this is gonna be a real bro moment to see what
we've already had one, but okay.
Yeah. Well, to see what you think about it.
Okay.
So. I'm sorry, it's going to take the mood down, but...
Here I come to save the day, man.
Yeah. So, I have to say, this kind of sucks.
Okay.
But I feel like it's really been made up for, sort of.
Okay.
And I can tell that she feels bad. So, your look of concern concerns me.
I'm sorry. You've piqued my interest. Continue.
Yeah. Okay, so my girlfriend came to Chicago today while I was there, packing up my stuff to come home.
And she saw your vibrator, didn't she?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. No, she came to Chicago, and as I was packing up, she was like, "Yeah, I'm here." And I'm like, "Oh, shit, why didn't you tell me you were here?" And she was like, "Oh, just come downstairs and meet me." So I get downstairs, and she's like, "Why don't we just go for a walk for a little bit?"
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Okay.
This isn't good. So then apparently, while she was at one of her school dances, she kissed another guy.
Okay.
Which, like, I didn't know how to feel about it at first, but this and I was like, okay, I guess because she said she's like, "I'm going away to the Marines." Right after this.
What?
Yeah. Right after. No, she didn't. He said it.
Oh. I was like, she's like a toothpick, man.
No.
She won't stand a day.
No, the guy said this, and he's like, "I'm going to the Marines," and I was like, "Okay." And he's like, "I just want to kiss from a pretty girl before I leave." And I was like, "Okay, I understand."
And you kissed your girlfriend?
Yeah. Shut up.
I'm sorry.
No.
I'm trying to keep the mood afloat.
It's fine. I'm not super, like, earlier today I was, like, upset about it.
Yeah.
But, she said that, and I was like, oh, fuck, dude. And I'm like, I'm not as mad as I feel like I should be.
Yeah.
But it only gets worse.
Oh, no.
Because she said once she made out with him, which I was like, fucking hell, okay? In that one fight, in the heat of that moment. Then she said, later on, they did it again.
They made out again?
A different day.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And that's where I was like, whoa, what the fuck? I didn't know what to think about it, and it wasn't cool. But she came in, like, crying, like, after she said that. And she was like,
That's how they all do it, man.
I know. You saw her here earlier today.
Yep.
And you could tell, which is why, when you were outside, calling her a whore as a joke.
Holy, I'm lightheaded right now. I'm so sorry, but I had no idea.
I know. Which is why...
Oh, my God.
I, like, looked over at you and I was like, no, fucking don't. Don't wake her up to just keep doing that, because she was getting down on herself.
Oh, I kind of feel bad, but at the same time, if you do it once, And he's like, I'm going away to the Marines. It's like, all right, you know what? I get that as long as it doesn't happen again. Mm-hmm. But if it happened again on a completely different day, that's pushing it. I feel like no second chances, you know?
Well, but she didn't tell me, like, the first time, I think it was the day afterwards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because she went to that dance with her friends. Like, because I wasn't able to go. I didn't have the money, nor did I have the transportation. I was in finals week. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So, there's that, and she said it, and she was, like, upset, and I was like, oh, fuck, dude, I don't know whether to be... But the thing is I think I fucking figured out who it was.
Okay.
You will know him as Pooh Bear.
Pooh Bear.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
It's like on the tip of my tongue. Just give me the first name.
Nathan.
Oh.
Yeah. It spoils your name, doesn't it?
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. But there's multiple reasons. One, I know he's super interested in the Marines. And I didn't know if he was going or not, but because I haven't talked to him since I had last seen him like 3 years ago. Two is one time I picked up her phone and handed it to him, and I see it was like a text to me, but then above it said conversation to Nathan. You know?
Yeah.
3, he kind of looks like a chubbier me.
Oh my god, he does.
Yeah.
Wow.
Especially with the new haircut.
I mean, like, I get that this is your first real girlfriend.
Yeah.
But, holy I've been in so many relationships, I can't count on all fingers.
Yeah.
I have to use all 10 fingers and a foot. So, I have a different perspective on relationships than you do.
Mm-hmm.
And after all the shit I've been through, I feel like if a girl did that to me, I'd be like, all right, I understand. It was a spur-of-the-moment decision. I've had those moments. I've technically cheated on girls before. Willingly, because the other girl was pretty, and I was like, you know, whatever. And I made out with them. But it was that one time, and then afterwards, they broke up with me. Not even because I cheated on them. I never told them. Mm-hmm. They just did it because they were like, well, I don't think we'll work out. And I was like, okay, whatever, that's cool.
Yeah.
And being on that side of the whole cheating thing, it's sort of like, I get where she's coming from, and I get where he's coming from. So I understand the story, but at the same time, like I said, since I've been in so many relationships, it's like, no second chances. You do it once, that's fine. I'm upset, but I'll get over it. But you do it again on another day, nonetheless.
Yeah, but the thing is like, I feel like it was the next day. You know what I mean? So, like yeah, I'm upset. And I was like, fucking hell, you know? But 2, all day today, she was going, like, the whole time, even before you got here, she was going, like, I feel like a fucking terrible person.
Good.
Yeah. But I'm not going to say that to her because, like, that's not nice to say, one. I'm a nice guy to do it with that. But I just, like, if anything like that happens again, which I told her, I'm like, I can't do, you know? Like, is her, that would be her second chance. Like, once, now. Second chance, you know, is next. Especially because from this point on, well, in the next 2 to 3 weeks from this point on, if you understand what I'm saying, after they graduate, he's gone to basic training.
Yeah.
And if he hasn't, then I will seriously kick his ass.
Oh, let me come with.
Okay. Because
I'm down
because
for
then he's a fuck
kicking.
who lied. I totally get it, especially if he had a crush on her before, you know?
Yeah.
Like asking your biggest crush, like before you go away to a situation where you could possibly die for a kiss, and then it escalates a bit, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's fine. Especially because if he's actually going and he does go to fight overseas or something like that, I get it. Because he could possibly fucking die.
Yeah.
But... And that's when I was like, okay, it's fine. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm not... I'm, like, hurt, but I'm not super mad, you know?
Yeah.
So, but then I got a text from her because I was like... this was earlier today before she came over. I was like, so are you, like, do you... Because she was, like, fucking sobbing as she walked away. I was like, did you want to come up or something? And my dad's going to come. We're going to eat lunch before we leave. Did you want to do that and then get a ride home or something? She was like, no, and she just fucking left. And she was, like, sobbing. And she walked to the train station. Remember she said she walked a lot today? I'm assuming she just walked around before she came to my dorm and said that. One, I got that in person, which is why I believe that she even feels like it was a fucking terrible mistake.
Yeah.
And two, is like, that was the only reason she came. It wasn't like she came over and she's like, oh yeah, I made out with this other guy. She, like, legitimately just came over just to say that. So... It like sucked, but then I got a text after I said, "Are you okay? You're not gonna like fucking kill yourself or something?" Yeah. I didn't say that, but I said, "Are you okay?" And she was like, "I feel like a total douche. I cheated on my funny, talented, sweet, cute, smart, caring boyfriend, all because I was lonely for like 4 days, all because I was blinded by some guy's compliments and charm. I turned into someone I hate." Yeah.
Do you smell that? It smells like bullshit.
Well, you're just the cynic.
I am a cynic these days.
I know, which is why you have how many girlfriends?
12 or something?
Yeah.
First off...
See...
Shut up.
But I feel like with your last girlfriend, you would have wouldn't stop going. Sorry. I feel like with your last girlfriend, you would have, even if you would have stayed with her, you would have bitched her out every single fucking time. You would have brought it up. And that could be one of the reasons, you know what I mean? I don't mean to say that, but like, that one is why she wasn't the girl for you, and because she would have done something like that to begin with, one. And two is, like, you kind of would drive her away with that. Like, if I fucked up like that, like, if I smashed your guitar one time, like, on stage because I was, like, fucking whatever, right?
Yeah.
You would never let me live that down. In which case, I would probably have to be like, I don't want to hang out with him anymore. You know what I mean? Because I would be like, oh yeah, Nathan's a good friend, but every time, I know if I invite him over, he's just going to annoy me about breaking his guitar that one time. Even if I paid for it and bought you a new one or something like that, you know? You'd still bring it up. Which could be why you've gone through so many relationships, but I am willing to forgive and forget as long as it as long as it never happens again, you know?
Yeah.
So if it does, then fine. It's going to have to be, and I would feel bad, but it would have to, because I'm not going to deal with that shit.
Real talk.
I told you this is going to be a real talk episode.
Yeah. Wow. Well, that's a... Jesus, man.
Which is why I texted you earlier today, and I was like, we need to do a Two Dudes tonight. I don't even give a fuck. Because that was the time where I was, like, super upset.
Just want to get drunk and talk about things?
Not necessarily even get drunk. I didn't even really want to get drunk.
You just wanted to talk about things?
Yes.
You turned into a girl for a little bit, didn't you?
A little. I'm sorry, Mr. Blubbering blubber for no reason sometimes.
Hey, don't talk about my blubber. Put a fat picture up, a fat guy picture up on the screen right now.
It's you.
I know. I'll put a picture up of just my torso, and people will be like, I'm semi-aroused, but I'm throwing up too.
Yeah, so...
Well, you handled it pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone has their own ways of dealing with things. And, I mean, if that had happened to me, if my girlfriend of... How long have you two been going out, you think?
About 5 months, 6 months.
Alright, so if my girlfriend of, like, 6 months... If my ex and I were going out, and at the 6-month marker she said, I made out with this other guy, twice, I would probably... I probably would have dumped her.
Really?
On the spot.
See, but I feel like you would have regretted that, like, immediately.
I would. I really would. And you know what? Maybe in that time that we would be apart, she would, like, two paths. She would either be like, I really miss him, I really fucked up, and I know I did something wrong, and I want to talk to him about it and see if he will take me back. Or she would just be like, well, if he's going to treat me like that, I don't want to be in a relationship with him.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if that had happened, I would still be upset about her making out with some other guy and about me breaking up with her, because I would miss her a lot.
Yeah.
And, it's a very, very gray area when it comes to cheating. Because, all right, this is a two dudes first.
Okay.
I will admit, I have kissed 3 guys. Okay.
Okay. I don't think I've seen any of them.
No, you haven't.
Okay.
One was on a dare to get my buddy in a room with another girl so she could give him a lap dance. Okay. And I was like, all right, I'll take the sacrifice. Because I'm a bro.
Yes.
2, this other guy was just like, when we were hanging out at a restaurant with a group of friends, he just turned to me and he was like, Nathan, I really want to kiss you right now. And I knew he was kidding, but later that night, when we got out of the car, I turned right around. He thought I was going to punch him in the face. I just came up and just kissed him.
Okay.
And my girlfriend at the time, my last ex, we talked about it, and I texted her, I don't think you're going to be upset about this, but I totally just kissed John, like, 20 minutes ago. And she was like, oh,
was she upset?
She talked to her friends. That constitutes as cheating.
Says the girl who, in this very garage,
made out, tongue and everything, with one of her best friends.
Although you were not upset with it, even though it was cheating, because, holy shit, 2 girls were making out in this garage.
Yeah, I know. But it's like, that's what I sort of mean. It's sort of hypocritical.
Mm-hmm.
But I will admit, we were all drunk at the time. I did not think of that.
Yeah.
Now that the relationship is over, it's like, oh, I totally could have called her out on that.
You could have.
But
could you give me that lighter?
But I didn't. Just because, I had, and still sort of do, have some romantic feelings for her. But,
well, because she was a redhead, and we all know your feelings on redheads.
Not just because of that. It's more than that.
Well,
okay?
It started off as that.
It started off as that, yes. She was a redheaded soccer player with the fantastic body who was fucking smart and had a fantastic personality. And then after it just bloomed.
Yeah.
And so now it's just like, well, I just fucking lost a 10.
Yeah.
To me, at least. Well, maybe like an 8.5 range. But it's like that constituted as cheating. And it's like, it was a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Just to fuck with the guy.
So then does stage kissing count as cheating with
I sure as hell hope not.
Because
I mean, I've only been in one show where I've kissed another person.
Yeah. And
I wasn't in a relationship at the time. But if my girlfriend were in the crowd, my hypothetical girlfriend were in the crowd and she saw that, she would probably be like, it's just part of the show.
Well, yeah. What? So then
I couldn't reach across with a handshake and just be like, kiss me, Kate, and then give her a handshake.
Yeah, because
handshake me, Kate.
Change the whole show because Nathan's girlfriend might be in the audience that night.
And she would be very upset if I kissed the other girl.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's a gray area, and I mean, it didn't bother me, and I'm not an impulsive person. So when I did it, I needed time to think about it, you know?
Yeah.
And what happened to be on TV at the time, as I was thinking about it, was Golden Girls.
Really?
Well, because my grandma was here. She likes Golden Girls. So
it is a good show, though.
Yeah, it's funny. I like Betty White.
I like B. Arthur.
Okay.
Man Arthur.
Yeah, so...
God rest her soul.
So...
all but Betty White is dead.
What?
Everyone in that show but Betty White is dead.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And I feel like she's living on borrowed time.
From everyone else? She
just stole it.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
She stole it from everyone else.
Dude, alright, there's an episode of Supernatural. I know you don't watch that show.
I like how you had to immediately correct yourself.
I know you don't watch that show, but there was an episode of Supernatural where the two main characters find this guy who plays poker, but instead of dealing money, you dealt time.
Okay. So it's like that movie In Time.
Yeah, sort of like that.
Okay.
So, like, I feel like Betty White played everyone else in a poker game and gained their age, their time left.
Holy shit. But the funny thing is she was the least funny on the show. Like,
yeah, she was sort of like the one that was just like, oh, it's B. Arthur. Oh, it's the other two fucking older people.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Betty White.
Yeah. Yep. So,
you were watching Golden Girls.
And there was a scene where one of the girls, it was like a Christmas episode, and one of the girls came in with a Santa Claus from the mall, and she was like, oh, good, the other girls aren't here. And she went to the back room and was like, obviously gonna have sex with him.
Ew.
And then they ran out, and she was wearing like the other girls came back from Christmas shopping, and she ran out wearing the beard, and they were like, oh, it's Mr. Whatever, and I forget the guy's name, like the guy who was playing Santa. It's like, oh, it's Mr. Whatever, and he left, and he's like, oh, I hope Mrs. Whatever doesn't see that, you know. And I was like, that's cheating. That's what's like. Yes, kissing another guy is not cool. You know?
Feel, like voluntarily going to second or third or home.
Yeah.
I constitute that as cheating.
Yeah.
If my girlfriend let another guy touch her inappropriately,
the key word is let.
Let.
Yes.
Or anything further than that, that constitutes as an automatic out.
Yeah.
But the first base thing, it's like you get a chance.
Yeah.
And like I said, you handled it very well for being your first true relationship with someone. I'm proud of you.
Well, like at first I wasn't upset at all, and then I was like, I had to let it sink in, you know.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, it upset me, and I was pissed. And not only that, I had to move a bunch of shit that day, and I really didn't want to do anything after that because I was moving everything out, you know.
Yeah.
And I hadn't eaten since the day before at 8 p.m.
That sucks.
So I was fucking hungry. I was upset. I had to move a bunch of shit, and we get on the highway, and it took us an hour and a half to get home because of traffic.
It's just been a shitty day for you, man.
Yeah, until I came home and I got Subway, and I was like, oh, I'm so much better now.
That's a shameless plug for Subway right there.
Subway, eat fresh.
They sponsor our show now, you know.
Oh, great. Where's that money going? Are you just taking all the sponsorship money?
No.
We're drinking Red Stripe right now beer, and are you just fucking taking that money too?
Yeah, that wasn't a paycheck from my work. That was a paycheck from Subway.
Oh, great. This is your work now.
Yep.
So yeah, I didn't know. It hurt. It's just, I mean, especially because she never said who it was. I mean, she came to me and told me, but she specifically kept avoiding the name.
Oh, I mean,
and I told her right away. I'm like, I'm not the jealous type. I'm not gonna fucking freak out and.
Which is weird considering, and I don't believe entirely in horoscopes, but you and I were born in the same month. We're both Scorpios. And Scorpios
So now everyone knows a general range of when we were born. Months.
Yeah, like anybody cares.
Yeah. Well, in case they're fucking weird and they want to know.
Oh, no.
We get those. That's all we get is those German weirdos, man.
They're like, hit me up on chat roulette, and we're like, no! Not again!
They fucking find us on chat roulette, so no matter what, we keep hitting next, but
and
somehow...
it's just the German guy jerking it. He's German jerking, if you will. Just going at it. He's like, Heinz, Schrei, frei!
He's like, I can't find anyone else. I don't know what's going on. I can't use this site anymore. We close it, and he's still up on
It's just the background of your computer screen. It's him just going like this. It's a gif of him constantly jerking it.
Oh my
you
God.
dream about it at night, and eventually you find the guy, and he's like Jack Nicholson.
It's actually Jack Nicholson.
He's just like, hey, I really like you guys.
And we're like, what the fuck? Why didn't you spread our name around? We could have had more fans.
I just wanted to jerk off to you guys.
Oh my God, that's a pretty good Jack Nicholson impression.
Thank you. I've been working on it.
Well,
I just sit in my room with a microphone and record myself.
yeah. Fun.
Oh, totally.
Yeah,
That's
so
how I spend my days now.
I mean, that's what happened to me, and I just felt like after that happened, I had to talk to someone, and I literally, you were the only person I've told. So
Best friends forever.
I feel like that kind of thing shouldn't be like public knowledge where everyone...
Yeah, I mean, like there are like you're gonna have to censor this, and
Fuck you.
well, it's because really, okay, there's black people and there's okay. I know I'm saying it a lot, and you're probably gonna hate me for it, but and it's only been 2 times. But there's the black people, and then there's the others. And the others are the ones that are like, hey, old man, that cheating bitch, fuck that bitch. Oh, hit me up with your digits, son.
And that's what I'm scared that Pooh Bear is going to be like. That's the only thing. And I mean, like, if he was sincerely... Because the way she worded it in the text, that's what I feared it was like. But if he was sincerely... Like, because if I was going off to war... Even though he might not actually be going off to war, even if he joins the Marines and doesn't go to this like fight.
If he's just, I mean, like he will be in the Marines.
Yeah,
but that doesn't mean he's gonna go fight. And I mean, like the Korangal Valley and shit. That's where the most gunfire happens. That's where the most casualties happen. At least so I've seen in documentaries. But we don't know where he's going. My friend Ryan. He went to the Navy, and because of his mental problems, he's not able to fight. So he just sits in a room and works on computers for the Navy. Mm-hmm. And it's like, we don't know where he's going to go.
Yeah.
And we don't even know if he's going to be in harm's way.
Yeah. And even if he's not, because there's the chance, it's fine. Like, if I were going to be because I wouldn't do that. I'm not a military man myself, but... If I were going to, I had the one opportunity, especially because it's like the last 2 weeks of school before he leaves.
Yeah.
If I were going to go and fight, in my last couple weeks, I would ask the person that I had the biggest crush on at the time, just because. If she says no, then fine, fuck it. I'm going to the military anyways. But why not? And that's fine. Yeah, it's just the 2 times the proximity. What is that?
What?
The word that whatever. It's irrelevant. But because it was the multiple times, and because I know who he is, and I know that he probably won't go into fighting combat service. Yeah, that's the only thing that pisses me off. And if it happens again, I will literally be there. First time, a warning to him. Yeah. If a second time, even if he tries it again and I hear about it, first time, warning.
You call me up if it does happen.
Yeah.
You call me up. I will bring my bat and we'll beat the shit out of this kid.
No, I'm no weapons because it can get too bad.
I'm Italian. I know how to handle myself.
Okay, what? It says the Italians. like the Jersey Shore. They know how to handle themselves real well.
I'm not a Jersey Italian, okay? I am a gentleman Italian-ish.
Okay.
That's why I've had 12 girlfriends.
Maybe for the first time, be like, you need to stop because this is bullshit.
Yeah.
If I hear he attempts it again, it'll happen because that's fucked. And if it happens again, I will one, break up with her because I'm not fucking gonna deal with that shit.
Yeah.
And two, I will either have a stern talking to, or if it escalates, I will kick his ass because he's smaller than me,
and I'll be with you.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I feel like if it does happen again, and we do have to go to his place, I feel like me just being there, he would be like, "Oh, Jesus, I'm sorry, man."
Yeah.
But if he does it again after that, and if you two are still together, which I highly doubt, but if you are, I'll go over there myself and kick his ass.
Because this is the way I feel. Because you were talking earlier about how you might immediately break up with her, and then maybe she might talk to you, and you might be able to get back together or some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
If I'm breaking up with someone, that's it. That's fucking it. I'm not gonna deal with no. If that happens, it's done.
Yeah, I feel like you and I have different perspectives on this.
Yeah. But because I feel like also because you're impulsive with that sometimes.
Yeah.
You might be like, I regret this.
You're the kind of guy that would be like, all right, this is your first warning. If it happens again, we're done and that's it. I would be like, it happened once. I don't want to go out with you.
Game over, man.
But then, like maybe a week, a month, 2 months, 3 months, 20 years, whatever, she comes back and she's like, I really feel bad for everything. I'm really sorry. Could we try again? And I say yes. That is the last chance. Mm-hmm. If she does it one more time, nothing else. No communication. It's like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, you're cool, and fuck you.
Yeah. Well, but if it got to 20 years, maybe. Because people grow up, you know?
Yeah.
People don't necessarily change so much, but they grow up. Because there are stupid things that you do when you're a kid.
Yeah.
So, people grow up. So if it was 20 years later and I happened to, I would probably, go out with them again. But, like, the first time, within 5-10 years, probably not. I mean, especially depending on how much I know them.
Yeah.
So, research would have to be done.
You just hire a team at NASA. Just be like, all right, look up everything you can about this chick and get back to me with results by tomorrow, 0800.
I would have to call in, like, a fucking PI or some shit.
just a guy with the hugest handlebar mustache.
Regardless of whether he's actually a PI or not, just a guy.
Just a guy with a huge mustache.
Yeah.
You hire a hobo from the train station, and he's just like, for $20, I'll suck your dick. And you're like, here's 30, don't suck my dick. Watch that girl. Yeah. And he's like,
don't touch her. Just watch her.
Okay, done deal.
Yeah, so, but that's just, I mean... And it's just the last opportunity for especially because if she thinks that highly of me, which was very complimenting, by the way, but if she actually does think that highly of me to say what the fuck she did say in that text, to say, hold on, I'm gonna pull it up.
Oh, again?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this on the screen too.
Okay, to say I cheated on my funny, talented, sweet, cute, smart, caring boyfriend. If she actually thinks all of those things, then I feel like she's genuinely not gonna want to fuck it up again. And I mean, I don't know. We took that quiz online where it determined how much of the 7 deadly sins you do. Mine, lust, was low. Like, I am not a person who fucking just jumps on impulses to, be sexual or be anything like that. And contrary, yours was very high.
Yeah, it goes from very low, medium, high, very high. You were low. I was very high.
Yeah. So, I mean, you would jump on shit like that as to where I'm just like, I'm easygoing with that kind of thing. And I mean, I would never, literally, there's no way that I would cheat on her Mainly because I'm not used to people being like that around me ever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, I would think people are, like, fucking with me if someone was actually, like, wanting to do that shit. I'd be like, you fucking with me? Stop it, this bullshit. It's not cool. Because I'm just not used to that. And because I would literally never do that. It's like, not even part of my vocabulary. Well, and this has nothing to do with words. So...
Just throwing the dictionary out the window.
Yeah. So
it's not words.
Yeah, it's just
feelings.
It's just I would never do that. So
and you know what? You're a better man than I am in that respect, because I have, and I know it's hurt people. And when I was with my last girlfriend at a football game for the high school, I actually met one of my exes that I did cheat on, and the subject of us not hanging out anymore came up, and she asked me, I've always wondered, did you cheat on me when we were together? And I was like, yeah I did, and I feel really shitty about it. And she was like, I had a suspicion, which is why I ended our relationship so quickly, is because I had this feeling that you did, and it hurt me to just think like that, but I didn't want to be hurt by you. And at that moment, I was like, Jesus Christ, I could have fucked her up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if I cheated on her and then came back to her and said, listen, hon, I'm sorry, I cheated on you, and I feel really bad about it. She would have just been like, okay.
Yeah. Not cool.
Yeah, not fun. So you're a better man than I am in that respect. I've been in the cheating boat, and it is a sinking boat.
Yeah. Yeah.
And nobody benefits from it. Not the cheater, not the cheatee, and definitely not the
third party.
The third party.
Yeah. Well, the only thing that I could say is, like, I've had this. Earlier I was thinking if we ever were in a famous band, because of that lust thing that I was saying, like, one, Darren would be the bass player in my fantasy. But it'd be like,
you make it sound so sexual.
Well, for you it is. It ends up being anyway.
Because I have very high lust.
Yeah. So hypothetical drummer, you guitar, me guitar, Darren bass. Hypothetical drummer is just not even irrelevant because no one has filled that position. You would be the person, like, after every big show or whatever, you'd have, like, girls and groupies and shit like that. I would be the person who would just be like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go drink and stuff like that and hang out and party and shit.
Oh, I would hang out and party too. Just with a group of girls.
Yeah. So I would be, like, with, like, Darren. Me and Darren would just be chilling out. Be just like, yeah, fuck it. It was a good show. Oh, I had fun with that. Let's get some food or some shit. You would be with a bunch of girls. Me and him would be there, and the drummer is off in Never Never Land. So
can we make the drummer an elephant?
Okay, if you want.
So in this hypothetical fantasy, it'll be Darren, you, me, and the irrelevant drummer.
That's pretty good.
I had to. I'm sorry.
Did you hear that joke? Did I tell you that joke earlier? Where it was like in Family Guy. Plug for Family Guy.
The vagician.
Yeah. Where Peter said Quagmire is not a magician but a vagician, where he's magic with the vagina, and I like puns like that. Only when they catch me off guard. Because I didn't know where you were going with that at all, by the way. And I was just completely. I was like, "Yeah, what the fuck? I'm just gonna follow you blindly."
Yeah, dude, let's get an elephant drummer. Dude, wouldn't it be awesome if we did hire a drummer that was an elephant?
Oh my god!
But it didn't even need to use a bass drum. It just used its foot against the ground. It was like, boom, boom.
Oh my god! How would it hold the sticks?
We would duct tape sticks to its front legs every show.
It's like, this is all I know. I don't know anything else but this.
But he does know it, and he won't ever forget it.
Exactly. Because an elephant never forgets.
No, it does not. This show's sponsored by elephants.
Elephants just sponsored this entire show.
Yes.
Along with Subway, Red Stripe, and Family Guy.
Yep.
We're expecting checks in the mail.
Any minute any minute now, these days, from all of those corporations and animal.
Yeah. So
I'm actually pretty glad that you told me that story, and I feel like we're bonding.
Male bonding.
Because you know what, I remember before when we were younger, I would come to you with problems, and you wouldn't know what to do with them.
Yeah, I still barely know what to do with most of your problems.
I know, that's why I don't come to you anymore.
You've learned, good.
Yes,
good. You've learned. It's the exact same rule with. If you're a guy and you don't want to do the laundry or you don't want to do the dishes, just fuck it up so hard that they never ask you again.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, it's like because we've never really had a man-to-man bonding thing other than, like, listening to vinyls and playing Blitz.
Yes, that was a good night.
That was a good night. But, just talking about things, this is like a first between us. Mm-hmm. Because we've both been willing to talk about...
There's one other time where I've actually helped you when you had a problem. I said something and you were like, you actually said something to help. I was like, really? Holy shit.
When was this?
This was right after you broke up with your last girlfriend.
Okay.
And I've
been very drunk since then, so I don't remember much.
Like constantly.
Yes, pretty much.
But I forget what I said... But it was something that was like kind of hypothetical, kind of Doctor Who-y, where it was like not really a sentence, but it kind of made sense to you.
Yeah.
And I said it to you, and you were just like, "Oh my god, you're right. That makes sense." And I was like, "Oh my god, I said something right. I can't believe that happened." Like usually, what I say to you just doesn't help you at all. It just right off, and
it really does. Being bipolar, I have fits of depression. And you're just like, oh, well, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, completely over my head. But there are some times, and it very rarely happens, but when it does happen, I'm glad it does, that you either show me a funny video, a good song, or you just talk to me and get my mind off of it. We don't need to talk about my problems, but we'll just talk about anything else in the world. And it's like, you know what? I feel good. I feel good about my life.
I'm not good at solving your problems. I can just distract you from them.
Yep. You're like a drug, man. You are a drug.
There's a new drug on the market, folks. It's called Chris.
Hey, man, can I get some of that Chris? And eventually, they turn it into a powder form, and you have to take it as an X, so it's a crisscross.
Oh my god, I can't believe you just did that. Again, totally did not see what you were going for until you said it, and I had to think for like half a second, and I was like, oh my god, I just got that.
I'm really good at that, apparently. Like, just like, bringing in the listener, and they're like, okay.
They're like, go on.
Okay.
I'm invested in this.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the punchline! Yeah!
It's a penny in the air, and the penny drops.
Yes.
Yeah. You just river songed my ass.
Speaking of crisscross, did you know one of the members of the original crisscross died?
No, because I don't know who.
Okay, crisscross.
Wait, you talking about the kids who wear their shirts and shit backwards?
Backwards.
Okay,
that was like,
it's
wiggity, 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 whack.
Yeah, I can't say that fast.
I know you can't.
Wiggity, 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 wiggity.
Wicked, wicked.
Well, okay.
Wicked.
Yeah, that reminds me. Did you ever? There was a Toy Story game on PC, and you know that shark that was in the toy box.
Yeah.
And he came up at one point. And he's like, "Look, I'm a cowboy. Howdy, howdy, howdy." Right?
Yeah.
If you clicked on because there was one scene in this room where you could click on everything and switch between cowboy and spaceman like thing.
Okay.
And if you clicked on the bucket or on the toy box and it switched to the spaceman. Because if you clicked on it, every time he'd come up and go, "Look, I'm a cowboy. Howdy, howdy, howdy," right? If you clicked on it, and when it was the spaceman, he'd come up and go, "Look, I'm a spaceman. Greetings, greetings, greetings." The thing is I could never, when I was a kid, I'm like, how the fuck did he say greetings that fast? Because I didn't say fuck, because I was a little kid.
You were like, darn.
How did he say that so fast?
Gee whiz, how did he say that so fast?
Yeah. So...
I could actually picture you on the PC just like, fuck, how did he say that so fast? And not even like a baby you, like a baby with your current head.
Oh my god. Oh, that'd be great. I want to see that now.
That would be... If I walked into your house and I was like, Chris, you in here? And I just see you trying to crawl, but your forehead is dragging on the ground because you can't pick it up. I'm just like, no! And I run out. Not again!
Oh my god.
Chickens 1, me 3.
Yeah, exactly. So,
yeah. That was, like I said, really glad you told me that, man.
Well, I feel like it's nice that I can talk to someone about it. And I really didn't want to talk to my parents about it because, like, we had a good time with dinner tonight. Because she came over, and I talked to her for a little while, and you know...
Now that I think about it, I feel like I should text her tomorrow, if I still have her number, and be like, so Chris just told me about what happened, and I had no idea that I was calling you a whore, and you felt really bad about it.
Well,
because I mean, like, I did it jokingly, and I had no idea that this had happened. And upon reflection, it's like, oh man, now I kind of feel like an asshole.
The thing is one, I hope she doesn't listen to this. Because I want to tell her, and I want to talk to her first, and be like, I talked to Nathan, and just, you know, I want to make sure that everything's okay before you text her.
Yeah.
And then if you want to text her an apology, that's fine, and I'll let you know after I talk to her about it. Because I told her because I didn't really want to talk about everything tonight because I just wanted to kind of forget about it for today.
Yeah.
And just let the rest of my night after she got here just be fine. Just the way things were. And then you started bringing shit up, and then I was like, well, this is one fuck of a day, isn't it?
This is fucked.
Yeah. Today is just fucking, it's gone. Fuck it. I'm back from college. Great.
And it's weird how out of all of the things I could have said, whore was the one thing that I said.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, you were going to feel like such a dick when you find out why. I don't know if you could tell the entire time. Every time you said it, I looked at you and I was like, please stop. I was like, please just fucking stop.
When you said stop, you're gonna wake her, I was like, oh, she's asleep, I don't want to wake her.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I mean, that's the main reason why I stopped. But God,
because you were gonna say something again after that, weren't you?
I might have. I don't know. It's been a while. And
It's been a while.
And I have liquor in me now, so I don't remember very well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Now that I think about it, it was just a bad term at a bad time.
Yeah.
Bad term time.
Well, because she was getting down on herself as you were saying it, so I was just looking at you. I'm like, please just stop.
But the weird thing is, I didn't notice you say or even look at me.
Well, we were sitting out back, and there was a fire going out back, so it was hard to see. But I was like looking at you. I'm like, I didn't want her to see that, but I was like, please fucking stop it. And I was hoping because the firelight was on my face, you could see it, but apparently you didn't. So.
Well, because I was on the phone at the time too.
Yeah.
So.
But it's fine. I think everything went okay, and I had a good night with her, and I think she's okay with everything. By the way, did we leave those cookies outside?
Yes, we did. Fuck.
I just thought about that. Listeners aren't going to give a shit about what I just said, but...
oh. She baked you forgiveness cookies.
Exactly. See...
Okay. Another factor has been added.
Yeah.
Either she feels really bad and wanted to make you cookies, or she's like, maybe this will get him to forgive me.
Well, she's such a genuine person, though. I feel like...
And that's the thing. I don't know her that well.
Okay.
You do.
Yeah.
So, this is all coming from my cynical point of view from the story you told me as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, oh, well, fuck, man.
Yeah, well...
But it's you, man. You know her best.
Yeah.
Besides your parents.
Yeah. So, and this is the only thing that gives me a little bit of hope about it, because I always think that I try to live by this. There's always hope. So, like, that's why in those football games in high school, when we were losing by like 1 million, I was still...
And I was on the sidelines like, I hope I play. I hope I play. I'm not going to play, but I hope I play.
I was always, like, going, we can still fucking win this. Well, everyone was like, this game's over. I was like, there's always hope. And this is one of the things is, my dad... I'm going to tell a story that's a real fucking story. Real talk here.
Like this whole episode hasn't been Real Talk.
Yeah, is this episode called Real Talk?
No, we've already named one Real Talk, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, it was the one where I was talking about my mom in Florida.
Right.
No, in Wisconsin.
Okay. No, this... besides the point.
Yes.
My dad and my mom used to be going out right after...
Oh, yeah.
Right after... I'm just going to tell the story.
Yeah,
right after high school, they got out of high school. They were going out for a while, and my dad broke his leg, and he started gaining weight because he couldn't be on his leg for a while, so he wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
And he didn't exercise. Like, he exercised like most high school kids do, which is like, go hang out with friends, go run around, go ride bikes, skateboard, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And he started to gain weight, which is fine. But my mom broke up with him and cheated on him. Cheated on him first and then broke up with him.
Yeah.
And he was, like, fucking devastated. So he started, like, after that, this has caused him to go to, like, the gym every day. And he became, like, the most ripped motherfucker ever. I've seen pictures. I was like, whoa, that is not my dad, because he's kind of chubbier now, but whatever.
But he's still a big guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's still pretty fucking strong.
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying he's not strong. I'm just saying he doesn't look like he did.
Yeah, same with my dad. Not the cheating on thing, but my dad in high school was a 3-sport athlete, I think, and he was popular. Everyone loved him, like an athletic guy, and he got that from my grandfather. Mm-hmm. And apparently, I got the wrong side of the genetics there, because my grandfather was a fullback at Marquette University, and got letters from the coaches at Green Bay, Chicago, and Indianapolis to go to their training camp and train with them.
Did he?
Yeah, but he turned them all down.
Why?
Because he wanted to start a family with my grandmother.
I'm going to say this, and I mean no disrespect. What a fucking idiot.
I know.
Like, if I got that offer, I mean, Green Bay, cool. They're a good team, whatever. And a lot of people hate Green Bay in Chicago. I don't hate them.
He got a letter from George Halas.
Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, I would have to do that. But
it wasn't even like, we want you to be on our team. It was like, we want to give you an opportunity to just show your worth with the team.
Yeah.
And he turned it all down just so he could start a family with his grandma. If you think about it, if he went with one of those teams, I wouldn't be here.
Really? Oh, that's maybe true. But how do you know that he still wouldn't have been?
Like, even if he did go to the training camps, maybe he got injured. Maybe he said it wasn't for him. But he, and getting kind of gross for a second, he would have come back, but it would have been a different egg and a different sperm.
Oh.
And it could have created something completely different.
It could have.
And maybe I would still be here, but I wouldn't be Nathan. I would be Jessica or something.
Maybe. It would have been a lot more interesting. If you just turned into Jessica right now...
You got the huge tits.
I could make up for what my girlfriend did.
It would be 2 dudes, because I'd be your bro still. And we would make out. Just on the air.
Just because. Just because, God damn it,
Just because. Okay. I just hypothetically turned into a girl, and you hypothetically made out with me.
Only if you're a girl.
We should stop drinking.
We have a problem. Yeah. So.
Oh my god.
Anyways, but it would have been cool to like have an uncle on like if I got offered by the Bears, regardless how good the team is, regardless of the fact that they're losing Brian Urlacher, I would still go because I just love the Chicago Bears. If I only got offered by the Packers, I would still go because I like the Packers. And even when they sucked, I still like people hated them, and I never understood. I was like, I don't understand. I like the Packers. I mean, I don't. If it's a Bears and Packers game, fucking Bears. Yeah. But when the Packers were going to the Super Bowl the last couple, when they were going the second time, I never want a team to repeat unless it's a Chicago team.
Yeah.
But when they were first going, I was like, fucking great. Fine, great. I don't mind. But
yeah, and I talk a lot of shit about Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre,
but they're too fucking good. Fuck those guys.
They were really good. Same way I like make fun of Tom Brady at one point, and I still do make fun of Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
But
for completely different reasons.
Okay, yeah, fucking Christian shit.
Yeah, whatever.
But it's just because they're fantastic athletes, but they're on teams that I don't like.
Yeah.
If Aaron Rodgers were on any other team, it would be like, dude, that fucking Rodgers guy's great.
Yeah, just it's the same way with RG3.
Yeah.
I like RG3. I like what he does. He's a rookie, and I know that I was like, damn, this guy's like good. I don't understand his offensive line sucks. But
sucks.
Yeah, but as an offensive line player, I totally can say that.
Yeah.
But still, it's I like RG3, and I respect the quarterbacks who are good, and I just don't like the Patriots because actually the only reason I don't like the Patriots is because they win too fucking much. It's like give the other teams a chance, please.
And what's funny is that when they started out, they were goddamn awful.
And if I were alive at the time in '85, would have loved to have seen the Bears beat the Patriots.
Yeah,
would love to.
And I love how in the interview after the game, like reporters were asking why Peyton didn't score during the game at all.
Yeah,
and it's because the whole defense knew Peyton was a huge threat.
Yeah,
so that's why Ditka was like, "All right, I'm gonna just spread it around." But years later, after Peyton passed, he was like, the one regret I have in my life was giving the ball to the fridge instead of Peyton on the goal line.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sad to see a football legend like Mike Ditka be like, I have one regret, and it's that I didn't give one of the best players the ball. And, but my dad taped the 85 or the 86 Super Bowl. And I tried watching it one day.
Yeah.
This was when I was younger and we had a VCR.
Okay.
Hell of a lot younger. But I pressed the wrong button.
And you recorded over it?
And I started to record over the introductions of the teams. It wasn't over the game, but it was over the introductions of the teams. And I was like, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Well, not oh, shit. I was like, oh, no. Oh, no. Uh-huh. Oh, no. I'm going to get beaten for this.
Uh-huh.
And the suckiest part is that it wasn't even... I didn't tape anything good. I taped a Disney Channel movie.
Oh, no.
Part of a movie called Horse Sense.
Oh, my God.
It's about fucking horses. And it's a dramatic part with the guy walking out of a truck, like, slow motion, like... And it's like, it wasn't even a horse race. It was just a guy fucking walking. Lost part of history.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It would have been... I wish I could see that game. Everything is like copyrighted by the NFL, though. So I can't. Unless I watch it. I happen to catch it on TV at some point, but...
Well, I still have a VCR, and I still have the tape.
So we'll watch it.
We can watch it. We can watch the whole game together.
Okay.
And there are even some commercials in there that are fucking hysterical still.
Okay. Well, we're getting here at the end of this episode of The Two Dudes. It was a long real talk here.
Yeah, we're going to call this episode Lying, Cheating, Son of a Bitch! No. Seriously, no. I don't know what I'm going to call this episode, but...
Whatever.
I'll title it something nice.
So this is the end. I just want to say thank you for listening, and thank you, Nathan, for talking with me about it.
Anytime,
I tried
brother.
not to make it too serious, because it could have gone a completely different route.
Yeah.
But I try to keep a sense of humor about it, especially when on this show.
Yeah.
So thank you all for listening. It's on YouTube, so like our video, comment on our video, subscribe to our channel, and enjoy. My name is Chris.
My name is Nathan, and here we are to save the day!
Yeah.
Sorry.
Talk to you later. Goodbye.
Good night.